Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor.
Hello there,
Hello.
friend. Good to see you.
Yes, good to see you as well. And I can see some people are lurking in the YouTube live.
Oh, we got some lurkers, do we?
Yes, people are joining in, but spoiler alert, they didn't announce the iPads again this week.
What's up with those guys?
I did look it up, and Mark Gurman says, well, I think he said by the end of the month or in April. So it's like he doesn't know for sure, but should be new iPad soon. But
here's Dave Baylor's
go
prediction. Apple's hot on their press trying to get iPads out. My prediction is that in the next 256 days, iPads will be out before the end of the year, most likely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm excited to talk about them, but also most people just keep their iPads for years. It's like, is there anybody going, oh, I need to get a new iPad? But there's supposed to be some redesign. But before we get any further into the technology talk,
what do you got there?
I've got a hat
is it
on.
St. Patty's Day already?
Look at you.
Oh boy. Look
Even
at that, I guessed.
The tag's still on from Wally World. It was, I think, $5.99, which is one of the reasons.
Stylish.
Yeah, one of the reasons I collect trucker hats is because sometimes the price is nice.
Yeah, but think if you put that $5.99 in Apple stock 15 years ago, you'd probably have $1,000 or crypto or something.
Yes, all those things. If you wouldn't have bought, what was that I sent you? If you wouldn't have bought every iPhone and put it all into Apple stock,
you'd be a millionaire or something.
Millionaire, but who wants that when you can have new iPhones and trucker
And it's a big risk. Here's the thing. Would you rather have $1 million now or have used iPhones for the past 20 years?
Yeah, good point.
When did they come out? 2008, something like that?
2007.
2007.
And I'm going to take that tag off because that's just...
it's bothering you. Yeah,
not good content.
I'm thinking maybe I should get into the trucker hat design game. I feel like I could.
You've got a customer or two?
Well, I feel like I could maybe improve on some things.
Yes. And
it seems kind of low effort, I got to be honest.
Yetup says hello in the live chat on YouTube Live. Welcome. And
there he is.
I do need to talk to producer Todd about some stuff because I want to make some of my own hats because I want to avoid copyright and just have some fun with it. But
excellent.
We should probably get on to some technology. So
we do have a show to do today.
Oh yes, we have some notes to cover, not just trucker hats and starting a business around them. I did, since we don't have iPads, something that was announced this last week was the new Rivian vehicles. They are an electric vehicle company. We talked about them quite a while ago because they had that on the truck. There's like that secret panel where you could get like a camper
you could live in
cookout thing. You could live in there.
It's like a column that you could put in like a stove and a camping stove and a sink and all that stuff.
Yes, and producer Todd is in the chat and he says you need to sell Drone Dave trucker hats as merch. Yes, we do. But did you see much on these Rivian? I thought we could just talk a little bit about the state of the EV world. They released 3 new models. The what is it? The R2, R3, and R3X.
But as you know, what was my critique? Oh, they're going to sit along the pricier R1T and the R1S, Rivian truck? And I think it's
so.
The Rivian
SUV.
Yeah. Just tell us what they are. I don't know what your numbers are. I don't speak your car language.
Yeah, for The Verge, you can't assume that everybody is completely versed on model numbers from Rivian, but they said that these are going to be out. The more affordable SUV is targeting a launch in the first half of 2026.
Hmm.
So
I
at
wonder if
least
are
probably
there
2 years
pictures here
away.
that aren't loading for me? I wonder.
I don't. If you go
Ooh,
down
I like the color.
further, yeah, that one kind of looks like the Volkswagen Golf, the
Hmm.
old Golf model that people are saying. I really like the look of Rivians. If I was looking for an EV,
Mm-hmm.
I would consider the Rivians. If they had lower price ones, would it be even better? But yeah, I mean, Tesla is the name in the EVs, but
Yeah.
Rivian's trying to make a name for themselves. And I mean, we've talked about it before. I've seen a couple, unless it's the same one, a whole bunch of times
I've
around
s-
Tualatin.
yeah. Is it? It might be white. I've seen one or two of them. You can
Yeah.
tell because they have the vertically oval lights in
Yes,
the
yes,
front.
very unique headlight design,
Hmm. So on
which was
very much on
smart.
purpose.
But yeah, the EVs, saw I saw an X on X the other day.
Mm.
I follow some people in the car industry, even though I have nothing to do with it. But they were saying that Jaguar are EVs, but somebody was saying that they heard the whole company's just they're going to stop making Jaguars.
Interesting.
But there's a bunch of EVs out there. I've driven one. I drove a Mustang Mach E
Ooh,
that a friend of mine has,
I
but
drove a Tesla of
yeah,
some
I don't know.
sort.
I'm not in a rush for an EV, especially at the price when my 2004 Honda CRV is doing just
Yes.
fine. Knock
Well,
on wood.
if you are jonesing
Ah,
for an EV, maybe
oh,
you
I
should take
can't
up.
hear you.
You can't hear me? Why?
Is it just me that can't hear anything?
It must just be you. Todd, please
Oh,
chime in. Can you hear
hold.
me? Todd,
How about now?
can you hear me now?
Somehow
Did
my
you?
AirPods connected, and I
Oh
think they're
boy,
in my
gosh.
pocket, which the AirPod Pro seemed to roguely connect way more. Oh,
Oh, now
there it was
wow.
again. Okay, I'm back.
We can hear
Dang,
Dave, so
AirPod in my pocket.
it's, yeah, what a rookie mistake. But you can
Rookie
hear me now,
mistake.
right?
Yeah, yeah, it's literally my sound because I have the audio connect to my Mac.
Yeah.
But I definitely did not want that to happen at
Well, I
this
had a
time.
workaround set up. What I was going to do was talk, and then Todd was going to transcribe everything in the chat that I said, and then you could
Oh,
read it
yes.
and then respond.
Perfect.
That would have been great.
Yes. Yes, that's why we have our producer to transcribe live. Well, if we could get I think they have subtitles that maybe you can turn on.
Oh, yeah, some
Uh,
live stuff.
yes.
And
Yes.
Mike says my AirPods randomly connect all the time, drives me crazy, which is weird. I don't believe I've ever had this problem. But one, I guess, pro tip is you can go into settings on all your devices and say, do not reconnect when last connected
Yes.
to.
Do not auto connect,
Yeah, you can turn
which
that
I
off.
had off forever until the latest versions because they made it faster switching. And
Hmm.
92% of the time, if I start playing something on my phone, it switches instantly. I listen to a lot more on my computer now. It used to be I just listened to everything on my phone, and then the Vision Pro comes into play as well. But
Yeah.
that is a good tip. If you have devices you know you don't want your AirPods to connect to, you can turn that off so they will not connect. So that is a great tip there. Alex Lindsay always complains about that because he has like 50 Macs at
Hmm.
his desk, and he's like, it always connects. It's like, well, turn it off, buddy.
Yeah, turn it off, bruh. Come on.
Bruh. And also, since we didn't get any iPads this week, I wanted to do a little follow up on the CryptoWatch that we were talking about last week. And if you'll remember, it hit a all-time high of $69,000 per Bitcoin last
Yeah,
week.
it did.
But it had also dropped like 6,000. It was down to like 63 or something when we were recording the show. Well, I saw this and then I went and looked, found an article that mentioned it. Somebody who mined a bunch of Bitcoins in 2010
Mm.
was selling them off. They sold 1,000 Bitcoin
Oh,
at $69,000,
whew.
and they could see in the blockchain that they were created in 2010. So back when you could just turn on a computer and mine, and you could get like 50 coins at a time. So that is, people are assuming that is a big reason why there was the correction in price,
Mm.
is because this one guy sold off 1,000 Bitcoin,
He's
and
very wise to do so.
yes,
Well,
he's having a little bit of a shopping spree this week.
and Ethereum broke 4,000 for the first time in a long
Wow.
time. And so I went in on my small amount that I own and set up a limit order to sell all of it if it hits 4,200.
Ooh,
So, I mean, it's been
yeah.
moving up and down hundreds of dollars a lot. So, but now here's the risk. This don't take any financial advice from us because we're both poor. The risk is it could go up to like 8,000 or something, but I'm
Yeah.
willing to take the risk of
Willing to cash
losing,
out.
quote, losing money I never had.
Yes, yes. And I am checking Bitcoin at the moment is now at 71,958.
Let's see what
So it
Ethereum
hit
is.
73,000 today.
Wow.
So another 4,000 from the high last week.
Yeah,
So to the
Ethereum
moon.
Ethereum broke over 4,000 again. It's currently 4,025. So
Ooh,
175 more dollars. It's going to
yes,
sell. We'll see how it
yes.
goes.
You might be cashing out of
What
your
am I going to do
Ethereum
with those
soon.
tens of dollars?
Yes, yes. You're rich. And I also, I think it was even last Tuesday night after we record the episode. I was just looking around on YouTube. I was kind of caught up on the videos I wanted to watch. And there's a newer podcast. I think it's called Not Investment Advice, and it's three
Mm,
guys. Um, and Chris Kent has entered the chat with "Who let the Doge out?"
I was going to say that and claim it for myself,
Yes,
but
yes.
you beat me to it.
But these three guys, they've been in the kind of those type of guys into the crypto, into the NFT. I don't really know what their background is, but they started talking about some of the meme coins, like Dogecoin has kind of become more mainstream. But I found an article at analyticsinsight.net,
Mm,
which I'm
sounds
sure we all
fancy.
check daily, but they say take a look at the top 10 meme coins for 2024 and chase those 100x returns. So that's one of the things with these meme coins is they're like 0.00001 cents per
Yeah,
coin. So
you
you
can get
can,
in on them very simply.
yes. So there's like Kangamoon, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Pepe, meme coin, Bonk. And then the next one is one called Dog Whiff Hat. And no, I don't have a speech impediment. It's DOGWIFHAT, and the abbreviate or the code, the whatever, the ticker is WIF, and the price has recently rocketed, jumping from 19 cents to $1.76 in the
Wow.
last 30 days.
Ooh,
So the market cap for this meme coin that nobody has ever heard of grew from 195 million to 1.75 billion with a B dollars in this
wow.
meme coin that nobody knows about. And I think I saw somebody post that Dog with Hat has a higher market cap than Spirit Airlines now. I don't put a lot of faith in Spirit Airlines, but just to think all these cryptos out there,
Yeah.
they have these huge market caps of this invisible. It's it
It's a
boggles my mind.
yeah, it's a made up thing.
Yes,
Uh,
Floki. Oh, you got some Floki coin, Dave?
yeah, I'm gonna
Because
get
the
it.
it rose
What was the
from
one? Myro
point.
went from 6 cents to 30 cents, nearly a
Yeah,
500% rise.
yes. Floki went from 0.000027 cents to 0.000132 cents.
I
It
I'm not sure that'd be one that you'd. Although the market cap went from 266 million to 1.26
Yeah,
billion with a B.
billion. So 5x your money
That's
over
crazy.
30 days.
Just think if
This
you'd have put $1 in there, you'd have $5.
Yeah, and to quote that podcast, I was watching it on YouTube. They said it about 100 times. They just after everything they have to say with investing or crypto or anything, they just throw in it not investment advice because that's the
Yeah.
name of
Well,
their podcast.
and it's too late.
Yeah.
If you buy it when it rises 500%, it's too late. It's probably just going to drop again.
Yes, yes, and producer Todd in the chat. That ad at the bottom of the screen says, "Is this the next Bonk or Pepe?" And I think that question is one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. Uh,
Yeah, there it
oh,
is.
baby Dogecoin?
By
Oh my goodness.
Nugyax.
Yeah.
Baby Doge. As if
I mean, if
coming
you,
to you from the makers of Doge. Baby Doge. When Doge love each other very much, you get
yes,
Baby
I don't.
Doge.
Oh, man, it's a crazy thing. The crypto. If you can make money off of it, good on you. If
Good on you.
you lose money on it, bad on you.
Again, don't take advice from me, but I would recommend sticking with traditional money
Yes,
growth alternatives.
yes, like the U.S. dollar with inflation at
Buy U.S.
3.4% annual.
bonds, treasury
Yes.
bonds.
Yes, indeed. Well, you know what you should invest in? Dave's Pro Tip of the Week.
So I was perusing Apple News as one does.
Oh, yes.
Nobody does.
Nobody does.
But there's some free magazines, and it was like the Macworld UK magazine. I
Ah,
came across a thing that I guess I maybe knew, but never really thought of. Um, and the thing is sharing AirPod location. This is
AirTags.
interesting. Let's say you have a spouse or a coworker, and there's an item that you have that has an AirTag that is attached to it. Well, I'm going to show you how you can share that with a friend of yours. So I happen to have some AirTags on me, uh,
As
multiple,
one does.
as one does. So what you're going to want to do is turn on your Find My app. Looks kind of like this. You find, oh,
Mm-hmm.
got some addresses in there. That's okay. Um, and so one I have is my keys. My wife borrowed my keys because she lost hers, and it wasn't
Mm.
updating. But let's see. So it's oh geez, I'm trying to show this without showing all my personal information. But if you go into Find My, and if you have an AirTag and you go to Devices, it'll give you a list. So um, I was going to use my keys. I'm actually going to use my camera, which I think is this AirTag. I took it out of my camera bag, so I think it's this one. And I could find it. It's currently showing at my home, um, right, right there. You can see the little
Yeah.
camera icon there. So down further, it has share this AirTag. So I'm going to tap that. I'm going to add a person. And now it's got this whole splash screen sharing AirTag. Others can locate this AirTag. Everyone who shares it can locate it and Find My. Tracking notifications will be muted so that no one who shares it won't like follow you around and say there's a mysterious AirPod or
Yeah.
whatever. So I'm going to hit continue, or you can choose not now to cancel. Then it's going to give a list of people. So all those people in the list there with all of their email and phone numbers. We don't want to do that. So I'm going to type Nate.
Yes.
Nate, you are a friend of mine
True.
and I trust you. Although man, it's not finding it because I spelled your name wrong.
Oh,
So, pro
good
tip,
friend.
you have to spell the name right.
Oh,
Then I'm going to find you in my list and you are there. And then I'm going to tap share at the top of the screen. And here we are.
yeah.
David's camera. I can find it. I can share it with another person. But
Yeah.
Nate Heath is right here. It's pending.
Yep.
So
And there's the notification,
you got the
and it says
notification.
add David's camera, and then I
Okay.
hit add,
Let's see what
and it
happens
gives
here.
me a little splash screen to let you know what's going to happen. I hit add, and boom, I can see your little camera icon.
Excellent. So now if I want to later go in and remove Nate, I can tap this little option, and at the bottom it has view his contact information or remove. And I can just
Nice.
remove him. So since he doesn't need it, I'm going to remove it. Now, if you have a family in iCloud, you can typically see each other's devices. I think you can see their AirTags if they have them. You can see their location if they have Find My turned on and they've shared their location with you. A lot of that comes with it. But you may find that you interact with people who aren't in your iCloud family and you
Hmm.
want to share a location of something with. This is the way to do it. You don't have to add them to
Yeah.
your family. You don't have to do all this crazy stuff. You just go to the individual tag in your Find My and share the location from there. And then when you're done, you can just remove it. And now, um, I have placed two of these on TV cards at where I work. These are, audio,
Mm.
video, TV cards. If somebody wants to show a computer screen or something in a conference room, then I put some AirTags on there because what happens is people take them and stow them places that who knows.
Yes.
So I'd never thought of this before, but I'm going to do it now. I'm going to share the location of this with several other staff members so that they can find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is a great tip. I was not aware of the fact that neither of us
Yeah.
seem to know about this, and it does make sense. Like I've got one in my car, or if you're on a trip, or if you got kids,
Hmm.
whatever it is, to just be able to share it. Genius, Apple, you guys are geniuses.
They're geniuses. There's some
They
smart
are.
people that work there.
Yes, there are. Well, thank you for that. And it is time for everyone's favorite segment, just the headlines. And
Yes.
do we have driveway cam?
Oh, I'm so sorry. We do. We got driveway cam.
Nice. And now with daylight savings in effect, it
Hey, I
is
wonder,
light out.
before we start,
Yeah.
I was going to say, the Pathfinder is not there in the driveway. Speaking of vehicles, I did find this bumper sticker in front of me. It's not a Pathfinder, but it's a Highlander. And
Mm.
here's the bumper sticker that they did. There can be only one Highlander. There was a movie.
Nice.
Do you remember
Yeah.
the movie?
I remember the movie. I don't remember that line, but
Oh, there can be only one. That was the main tagline.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that in the 90s?
Oh, that's got to be the 80s.
80s,
It's got to
yeah,
be
or
the
maybe there
80s.
was a newer one because I had a buddy that
Oh, there
worked
was a
at the
TV
movie
show that was in the
theater.
90s.
I remember seeing one of them in the movies, but
Yeah.
movie theaters,
Only,
whatever it is.
even though they filmed two movies, only one movie exists, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yes,
I've not
yes,
even seen the
indeed.
second one. But
Well,
yes, it's time for just the headlines.
Pentagon review finds no evidence of alien cover-up.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Linux passes 4% desktop marketplace share.
Ooh, summon Mike back into the chat.
Yeah.
MIT scientist raises 53 million with an M dollars to deploy AI for dentists.
United plane veers off runway in the third Boeing incident this week. Are you kidding
Whew.
me?
And last but not least, 5,800 pounds of batteries tossed off the International Space Station in 2021 fell to Earth last week.
Cool. I'm looking forward to
And
breathing that in.
and those are just the headlines. And I was telling Dave before the show, I was very tempted to make all of just the headlines the different airplane Boeing
Hmm.
incidents that happened this week, which somebody on X reassured everyone that this stuff happens all the time. We're just paying attention to it now.
Oh, and Mike in the chat says you need to power wash that driveway. Whoops, there it is right there. Yeah,
You need to
we
borrow my
did.
power washer again? Did
We
that
did.
thing work?
We did borrow Nate's power washer a couple years ago, and it's grown back. Um,
What?
but I think we're gonna buy our
Just rip
own,
the
and
driveway out.
yeah.
Yeah, previous pick of the week. The Amazon, you can get they're not industrial strength by any means, but man, for a driveway or a patio,
Hmm.
it's good. Which reminds me, I don't know that I've done my driveway since I bought that thing, and it's getting a little slippery with the moss.
Yeah, that stuff grows
Ah,
fast. So, for
it
example, as
does.
we inspect my driveway, over here on the right-hand side, there's the rocks and there's that panel cover.
Yes.
That thing, it's got like colonies of moss growing on it. That last year it was clear. It
Yeah.
grows so
It's
fast.
almost like we had a long, wet, dark winter
Yeah,
that helps moss grow.
it loves it
Yes.
apparently.
Well, let us move on to
Wow.
our takes of the week. And first up, Dave said before the show, make sure that we get this in. But the Oscars were Sunday night. I caught like the second half, and then I forgot to watch the first half in the replay. But I found it interesting. Netflix wins just one award, and Apple shut out after streamers combined for 32 nominations.
Yeah,
So,
Apple won an Oscar last year, or the year before for Coda,
oh yes,
but they were nominated for Killers of the Flower Moon, but they did not win
not get any
anything.
wins, which it I actually you know how few movies I watch, and
Hmm.
Killers of the Flower Moon, because I had my Vision Pro and I was traveling and I was like, oh, what movies can I download? And I'm like, I'm a big Leo fan, so I'll download it. So I watched it over
Who
several
isn't?
sittings because it's over 3 hours long.
3.5 hours.
And it was interesting. I would say for the most part, you can watch the first half an hour, get a good feel for the set and everything, and then that probably would have been enough. But
Yeah.
yeah, and
I
did you watch it?
I did. And I have this criticism a lot about movies, and editing is a category in
Yes,
Oscars
yes.
that you can win an Oscar. I feel like they need to have a category for someone like me that's second editor. Someone edits the
Yes.
movie and then I watch it a couple times and then I edit it to what it should be.
Yes.
Because oftentimes these movies you could cut out a lot of
Yes.
stuff.
Well,
A
yes.
lot
And
of stuff. The pacing is a little slow.
I was watching Adam Carolla's show, and his good friend Jimmy Kimmel was the
Hmm.
host once again, so he gets to help out with joke writing on it. And that was
Oh,
one of the
nice.
jokes because that and was it Napoleon or over 3 hours? And he's like,
Yeah.
how can
Yeah.
you get a nomination for best editing if you're over 3 hours long?
He said something to the effect of, uh, your movies this year captivated audiences. Literally, they were captive for over 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah. So, and interestingly, the Netflix collected its one win for Wes Anderson's The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar,
And I have not
which is
seen
an
this.
yeah, it's an adaptation of a Roald Dahl story in the live action short film category. So it was just a short film, 40 minutes. But I feel like speaking of editing, a
Hmm.
40-minute Wes Anderson film, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect length.
So one of the things that I noticed is, so Wes Anderson wins the live action short. Uh, and most of these shorts are produced by small studios or foreign
Yeah.
studios or just an individual person or whatever. And then some big director with lots of money comes in and wins the category. Well,
Yes.
what happened in the animated short? I did there was a showing of both of these at the theater, collections of the shorts, and I went to see the animated one, and so I saw all the ones that were nominated. And the one that won was from it was a fully CG animated attached to John Lennon's War is oh I'm sorry John Lennon and Yoko Ono's War is Over song,
Ah.
and Weta Digital was behind it. You might remember Weta from the Lord of the Rings
Oh,
trilogy.
hmm.
So
Heard of
there's a
it.
little bit of money and power behind this, and
Yeah.
of course, it won. I don't know that it was the best, and a lot of people thought it was kind of superficial. Just it's like, oh, and and the big thing about this, the criticism was they came on stage and they, oh, thank you, Peter Jackson, thank you, whatever, and they left. They didn't say one thing about uh, the the peace message that was delivered
No.
in the movie about all the conflicts that are going on in the world or anything. They didn't even
Yes.
mention that. They're just like, thanks for the award.
Ah,
So anyway, very
yes. The
shallow.
the award shows they
Yeah,
are a interesting beast in and of themselves. That was the first Oscar for Wes Anderson, which will make a lot of people happy
yeah,
that he has not won others. But
yeah, which is interesting. His movies are usually pretty good.
they're pretty quirky, which usually scores some points in that kind of a thing. That they're a little off the wall, but I think just his over aestheticness.
Yeah, but I mean, they could win. Like for example, my apologies to anybody who hasn't watched the Oscars yet. Spoilers! It
Yeah,
happened
spoiler alert.
several days ago. At this point, Poor Things, which had kind of a Wes Anderson type uh,
Mm,
aesthetic to it, won a lot of things. I don't
yeah,
think they won cinematography, but they won some stuff with makeup and set design and costumes and all that stuff. So there's room for Wes Anderson's films to
yeah.
win. He just gotten
Maybe
hasn't
this
gotten
was
lucky.
his inroad, get his first Oscar out of the
Yeah,
way, and he's Best Picture next year.
yeah. Who knows?
Well, this next one, we mentioned it a few weeks after the first video, a few weeks ago in just the headlines, I think. But the headline here, Zuck roasts the Apple headset again.
Yeah,
And
he's he's happy to say how the Meta Quest 3 compares to the Apple product and exceeds in various
yes,
areas. But I mean,
it's,
it's kind of like apples and oranges, though. I mean,
yeah, yeah, it is apples and oranges. The Quest 3 is an excellent, especially gaming machine. And Apple claims spatial computing, but yeah, Zuckerberg keeps coming out and saying, "Oh, ours is just better. Like not price factor, not anything. It's the best."
yeah,
To which I don't know. I would have to do some serious consideration, but I have watched some video comparing the two, and for me, the Vision Pro is a better solution. So
yeah. Chris says that he saw literally zero with a Z movies nominated, and so,
yeah,
one of our producers typed, "Chris, you missed out, my friend. Go see
one
Barbie."
of our producers. Yes.
It was me. I admit it.
It was one of our producers, one of our chat
Yeah,
moderators,
chat moderators.
us while we're trying to do a live show. But yeah, there's a lot of movies out there, but a lot of people just aren't getting to the theaters
Yeah,
as much.
but
Dune 2 apparently is getting people out to the
I
theaters,
saw
and
Dude
Barbie
2. It
did.
was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was this year, but it's fantastic. It'll win all the awards next year. And I got to tell you, the people who won awards this year were happy that Dune 2 is delayed because if it would have been out last year, there's
Mm,
probably a lot of categories it would have won. So,
would have taken
yeah.
over. So. Yeah, so Zuckerberg keeps making these snarky comments. He reamed the device on everything from price to specs, and he critiqued the headset at a company meeting, telling Meta employees that Apple's vision of a VR headset is not the one I want. So,
You know he's got one though.
yes, yes, only time will tell on who reigns victorious, but I'll put $1 on Apple in
I
that
think they're just for two
category.
different markets.
Yeah.
One's for Apple people and one's for gamers who want to do VR gaming, and that's pretty much
Yes.
the line right there.
Yes, and the Quest is much better for like a family because anybody can pop it on and do stuff. Where the Apple is more locked into one person, and
Well, and I agree with a lot of critics who say that the Apple product does not have walkabout mini golf. So, I mean,
oh
that's a great game.
yeah, we need that in
We
our
do.
Vision Pros. This next one, we're talking about AI all the time, and there was all the stories about how are teachers going to stop students from using ChatGPT to do all their stuff. Well, Teachers are embracing ChatGPT-powered grading.
Wait, am I in the wrong article here? Oh, I'm in just the headlines. I'm so sorry.
And Chris says
Yes,
Zuckerberg's Vision Pro is tucked in the back of his closet. But,
yes.
anyways, there is a service called Writable, which uses ChatGPT to help grade student writing assignments, and it's
They
being
shouldn't
offered
use those.
widely to teachers.
It is hypocritical for them to use this product.
Yes, if they are telling their students not to. But it says that teachers use it to run students' essays through ChatGPT, then evaluate the AI generated feedback and return it to the students, which
AI
I
on
have a
AI.
feeling some of those teachers are going to skip the evaluate part of the AI generated and just kick through their 30 essays and kick it back to the students.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of students or a lot of teachers are very excited about it. Of course they are. It saves them hours of reading essays. But yeah, it is interesting to see how fast again all of this stuff is moving, and there are other alternatives to this writable service. But I think McGraw Hill was it one of the big book publishers,
Mm-hmm.
or no, Houghton Mifflin Harcourt,
Thunder
one of the
Mifflin.
other big, yeah, Dunder Mifflin has purchased Writable, but they are all working on these tools to make it easier for teachers to do stuff.
Hey, and not to back up, but I think what Chris was talking about, it's tucked in the shoebox in the back of his closet, is Barbie. He's referring to the
Oh,
Barbie. I think
yes,
his Barbie's in the back of the closet.
nice. But yeah, I don't know. It's teachers have a tough job, especially as the students get older and writing gets longer. And if this tool is used wisely and non-hypocritically,
Mm-hmm.
I could see some benefit. But that's that's that. I did have a uh, not declaration. When you do something wrong and you admit it, I do that. I do so few things wrong. What is that? An admission? A
A
confession.
confession.
I think that might be the first time I've ever had to use that word.
I think
I
I've
have
heard of
a
that word.
confession to make.
Okay.
A month or so ago, a couple months back, we switched to Tuesday night for the podcast
Mm-hmm.
from Monday night. And the reason has finally come to fruition because today is Patch Tuesday, March 2024 edition. We get to live report Microsoft Patch Tuesday. From Krebs on Security, Apple and Microsoft recently released software updates to fix dozens of security holes in their operating systems. Microsoft today patched at least 60 vulnerabilities in its Windows operating system, just Windows. Meanwhile, Apple's new Mac OS Sonoma addresses at least 68 security
Come on,
weaknesses,
Apple.
and its latest update for iOS fixes 2 0-day flaws.
Yikes. That's a little
Whew.
scary.
Yes. So, just a great monthly reminder to keep your devices updated
And
because there are always vulnerabilities and flaws being found.
and we've got some action in the
In the chat,
chat here. There's
we
some
got
icon. Oh, Chris has the.
it's an emoji, the biting, chewing fingernails, sweating emoji.
What is MPT?
Microsoft Patch
Oh,
Tuesday. Going back to our abbreviations that nobody knows from the
uh,
Rivian story. Nice callback,
here.
producer
This is not
Todd.
so much as a pro tip. Maybe it's a sidestep. Please, I wish I had some endearing music to play as I do this. Please, to all of you out there, avoid using abbreviations for things and just write out the thing, please.
Yes.
I don't. There's no cost. There's no fee. There's no. You can just write the whole word out.
Yes.
And oftentimes, maybe it's even shorter than the abbreviation.
Yeah.
I digress. I'm gonna have to add some.
Some
Here's here's
some
what I'm gonna do.
serious.
I'm gonna have some serious music. I'm gonna switch to my cam, and I'm gonna zoom in like this,
Yes.
and then yeah,
And
there
then
we
you'll
go.
play air horn. Perfect. And Mike chimes in with K in response to your diatribe. We
Don't you
need
mean okay?
we need the more you know music, or maybe like the Oscars playoff music that they start playing. Why is the word abbreviation too long? Now we're just the dad joke podcast. Good stuff. Well, let us cleanse our palate after that heartfelt moment from Dave with our bonus odd take, and
Hold
we
on
have
a second.
got
I'm typing. There we go.
we have another entry from our buddy. He doesn't know that we're buddies over at Neal.fun
Oh
with
yeah,
the
he knows.
Space Elevator, which is a fun, educational little tool
Hmm.
here where it is a website. You actually start at the bottom at Earth, at
Oh,
ground level, if you may. And
okay.
as you scroll up,
Okay,
you
I'm
start
trying.
to see it gives you your distance on the bottom of the screen in kind of an odometer
My
fashion.
scroll's not working. I guess I'd use my arrow keys.
Yeah. And so
Okay.
as you scroll up, you can keep scrolling
Okay.
and
Oh, I'm trying to read about some
scrolling.
of this stuff. Pigeons can go, hang gliders,
The
weird
bar-headed
airplanes,
goose is above the peak of Mount Everest. Party
and
balloons
monarchs.
also can go over Mount Everest.
Wow.
But yeah, just a fun little. I mean, this guy comes up with some real fun little ideas, and I saw this one and I thought, what a great bonus odd take. The
Hey,
highest aircraft ejection at 23,884 meters.
look at this. Bearded vulture at 7,357
Ooh,
meters.
who
Bearded
knew?
vulture. Okay,
See,
here
you
I'm
learned
almost to
something
you.
new.
I just got to the mountains. Oh, here we are, the space shuttle.
Yeah.
Would it be a good time to pick out your spacesuit? Okay. Well, there's a helicopter that can go higher than the space shuttle? Come on. I don't.
Wow.
What?
I have not verified this information. I trust Neal.fun.
It says space shuttle reaches maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Oh,
Okay, so it's
okay.
a. Because I'm
The
like,
space
I'm pretty
shuttle
sure
does
it
go.
goes to space.
Yes,
Look at
yes.
that. F-35 stratosphere. Welcome to the stratosphere. We've got
And
some nice bites.
maybe Dave will stop there to not spoil it for the
Oh,
viewers, so they'll go check it out.
okay. I was
But
just so engrossed. I really wanted to know what's
yes.
up at top.
Oh, and I just noticed in the upper right corner it gives you a temperature
A
in
temperature gauge.
Fahrenheit, which you can also switch to Celsius, and there's music as well. Oh, that's the music you needed during your talk earlier.
Is it really
Some,
elegant music?
yeah, it's very soothing
That's interesting. I'm not
music as
familiar with
you
this
move up the
aircraft.
space elevator.
I'm learning about new aircraft that I never knew
See?
about.
I'm bringing the education.
Huh. I'm kind of an aircraft aficionado, and these are all new to me. Not
Yeah,
all of them, many of them. Yeah, I remember that
yes.
thing happening. What? You cut me off too early, man. This thing
I
just keeps
no,
going
I
and
want to
going
keep
and going.
our viewers and listeners. You have all the time in the world after the show, but I don't want to spoil it for them, so
Yeah.
they'll go check it out on their own
Well, I'm
and
not
do
going to
their
say
own
anything.
learning.
I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to keep my finger on the button.
Well, you know what else you got your finger on the button on?
What's that?
Our picks of the week.
Well, I was a little slow on the roll there.
Producer
Dave,
Todd,
yeah,
Dave stopped at the point where it said your tears and saliva boil if you don't have a pressurized suit. Yikes. What a
yeah,
great stopping point.
yeah. My my eyes boil. Uh, so I picked up a little something off of Facebook Marketplace the other day. I I kind of planned this in my mind, but it was a poor planning. So I'm gonna reach over here. Just
For
make it
some reason,
exciting.
it is not letting. Did somebody block me from the chat?
Oh, you're not
Uh,
able to chat?
no.
You're the only
I
one
was,
that has the power to do that, my brother.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, there
you
we
dirty
go.
rotten. Okay,
And then it didn't even paste the right thing in there.
so
Jeez.
I picked up on Facebook Marketplace for a good price.
Another one of those controllers, let me guess.
Starfield control. No, this is a. Look at this. I got a Sony
Oh,
4K camcorder to go with Nate Nyes. Where's the
500 other camera
where'd the
devices
other one
that we
go?
both own.
It was right here. The one that you and I own together. Anyway, I don't need your trash anymore. I got my
Yeah.
own. I've been looking at Sony cameras and specifically this model for a while. It's the I don't have it memorized. It's the Handycam FDR
AX33.
33. It's very similar. It's the same vintage as the one that you and I have, but it came with the camera. It came with some lenses, not lenses,
Oh,
filters.
filters.
Why you would need a filter on a camcorder, I don't know, but it's there nonetheless. And this product will also work with my Sony camera. It's the
Oh, yeah.
slide-on
Microphone mount.
microphone zoom mic.
Nice.
I believe it'll also go on my Sony uh, camera that I use here. I
Camera.
can't remember the name of it. What is it? The one that with the numbers. And then it came with a couple batteries, a battery charger. But this is
Wow.
the piece de la resistance. It is it comes with the tripod. And look, the tripod has the zoom controls. You hook this up
Oh,
to the camera
wow.
and you can zoom and you can turn it.
You're
I've used
basically
this
a
product
news
before.
station now.
Yeah, I've used this product before and it works pretty good. But it allows you to kind of to tilt around and zoom at the same time without having to reach your hand over to try to do the zoom controls and whatever. I was messing around with it earlier and I'm not sure it has image stabilization, which I hope it does because I really like that feature. But anyway, tripod, case, camera, filters, microphone, power, uh, all at a good price.
Nice.
Over half of what the retail was on the thing.
Yeah.
So
So now,
that's my pick.
every day we get less and less excuses for not making more videos, Dave.
Yeah,
One of
where's that
these
other
days,
camera? I just had the other camera. That's what's weird.
yeah, the good old Panasonic. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
we
going to
have
compare them. It's got to be
uh
sitting very close. Oh, here it is. I found it. So here's
nice.
the
The
since we're
Panasonic.
still on me. There's the Panasonic and there's the Sony. So they're very
Okay. Very
similar
similar.
in there. They
Nice.
even look
But
like they
does it have the second camera on the flip out screen that's
no
completely useless like
that you
on the
never use
Panasonic?
for anything. So
No.
oh, and one difference about this is the little manual wheel on the Panasonic is like here, this little tiny thing to do.
Oh
You
yeah.
press it and it's kind of worthless. But this has got the ring
The
focus
full.
or the ring shutter or the ring, whatever you want to set it to. You can set
Oh,
it to focus or zoom or whatever. It's really nice. It's a
very
really
nice.
nice.
Very nice. Okay, well, we're gonna have to schedule some video shoots. I did see an X from Mr. Beast the other day. In the current video project he's working on, they have over 300 cameras for the
That's all.
project.
I
Yeah,
got that many sitting right
I
here.
know. Yeah, we're close. His might be a
This
little higher
one, I
quality,
got this
but
one
yeah,
there.
three. Can you imagine the amount of footage that you'll have from? But he has a team of editors and does cool stuff. Well, my pick of the week this week, Dave. I don't want you to click on the link yet.
All right.
This is something that I have too many of, or I have lots of.
Oh,
Can you guess which of the things? I will give you one. It's not a trucker hat. I'll give
okay.
you that one so you can cross that off the list.
Cables,
No,
cameras,
no,
uh, clicky belts, ratchet belts.
no,
Um, I'm thinking mustache accessories,
no.
toilet items like bidets and
Travel. It
lights.
is not a new travel bidet.
Okay. Teeth
Lights.
teeth items for cleaning teeth.
It is not a travel water pick.
Last thing, some type of device that goes into the refrigerator that makes brewed tea of some sort or
Brewed
coffee.
cold brew coffee. No,
Yeah.
it is not that either.
Okay.
Dave, I have a lot of battery
Oh,
packs.
yes, of course. I have a
Uh,
box of them down here by my leg.
Yes, I have a lot, and I have different form factors. Like earlier this year, I got that Blue Eddy, like the big, huge one for
Hmm.
Christmas. It's really good. But this one I came across, and they were running a deal on it, and it's from a friend of the show. They don't know we're friends. Anker, one of our trusted brands in the
Anchor, did you
battery.
say?
Yes, I barely charge her. Uh, but they make great cables, battery products. They actually have this huge battery thing that's like a household one with solar panels. But that is not what I got. I got the Anker Nano power bank with built-in foldable USB-C connector, 5,000 milliamp hour portable charger, 22.5 watt for iPhone 15, 15 Plus, 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max, Samsung S22, 23 series, Huawei, iPad Pro, Air, AirPods, and more.
He listed
Woo!
everything. How could there be more?
Yes. Anything with USB-C. So it is this bad boy
Oh,
right here. Just
ooh,
a
a
small
retractable?
retractable USB-C. They have a lightning version as well. So then you can take that and you can just pop it right on your phone.
Interesting.
5,000 milliamp hours. So that's getting close to one phone charge. It does do the 22.5 watts. So I could power my laptop for a little bit off of this. It would give it some juice.
Now,
Um,
show us around the items. It looked like there was a port on there as also.
yes, there is a USB-C in and out port. So
Mm,
if you needed to use something with a cable, you could do that. And then it's got the USB-C there, which flips down, and then you can see kind of right above the anchor when it's
mm-hmm.
charging. It's got some little identifier lights to show you how much charge you have. Oh,
Wow.
there's a button on the end to give you.
Oh, I see.
See.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
Dave, do you want to play? What would you pay for this bad boy?
I didn't have a sounder for
Yes.
what would you pay? Anchor, see divide, carry the one, see inverse square law, speed of light. I think that this is a $29 product on sale for $25.
Woof, pretty close. 29.99 retail. There is currently a 30% coupon, so that'll take about $10 off for you. I got it
Mm,
for 18.98
wow.
or something like that. So for an Anker product, I mean, this is so small you can carry it around with you and get a charge. And I've got to scoot off screen for a minute here. Hold on.
Oh, wait, it comes in green? Oh, there's different colors.
Sorry about that. I was notified that my daughter put a note.
Oh, there's different colors to this thing while you're looking at your note.
Oh yeah,
Look at
yeah,
that.
there are.
You could get a blue one or a green one, or everybody's
To
favorite, kind of pink, lighter than
match your
pink.
iPhones, but those aren't are those
The
the
colors,
iPhone
we
colors?
don't have those anymore.
But yeah, those are some great little products. We'll have them over at
Hmm.
notpicks.com if you want to pick them up through our affiliate link. We like it when you do that. Like, I believe it might have been Mr. Chris Kent with our Ramazon purchase of the week. David Ginsburg impersonating Owen Wilson. Oh, good old David
Wow.
Ginsburg.
Wow.
Wow. Yes. Our Ramazon purchase this week, which was actually, Dave, one of your previous picks of the week, which you haven't had the best luck with yours, but we were thinking maybe you just had a faulty unit.
Yeah.
It's the Anker PowerComp C200 2K webcam for PC, all the other stuff.
My doctor says I have a defective unit, but that's
Yes.
another matter. I was trying
Yes.
to find it here on NotPicks to see if I could. There's so many items.
Yeah.
Holy Toledo.
If you just click it on, yeah, there is a lot of items there. I did put a link in the show notes if you want
I
to
know
use
you
that
did, but
to
I was going to try to find it. Let's
try to
search
see if it's on there.
Power Conf.
Yeah, see if it is on there.
Oh, yes,
Maybe
I
that
see
is
it
one of the product. Oh, there
right
it
there.
is.
C200 2K
Well, yeah, I
Mac.
guess it would be there if Chris
Yeah,
bought it through there. Yeah,
there
see
it
the
is.
things you can find on notpicks.com. So, Chris, you'll need to go back to Notpicks and leave a little review on there to tell people what you think. And Chris said, "Yep, that was me. How's it
Excellent.
working out for you?"
Yeah, let us
Uh,
know. My big thing,
yeah,
Chris, was the auto exposure problem. There is a setting in the software to disable auto exposure, and then there's a slider to adjust the exposure. But if you if you turn auto exposure off and set it to the lowest exposure, it'll be like that for a minute, and then it slowly gets brighter again. I'm like,
I think
why is
they
there a switch
sent you a special
to
version of the
turn
software
it
just to make you mad.
off? Yeah, because
But
you'll
yeah,
notice
it's
I
got
have lots of lights here,
yeah,
and when the camera is supposed to automatically expose. Anyway,
adjust to
it's
that.
it's
But
science.
it has 4.5 stars on 4,500 ratings on Amazon. So I think you must have gotten a bad one, Dave.
I don't know. Who knows? I keep doing the firmware updates, and I love this. There's a newer model. No, it's a different model. It's the C310. It's not the same model. It's different.
4K,
It's a
double the
different
price.
product.
Yeah,
But you could get it on sale. But the other one, the reason it was appealing is because the price is 50, $60, and I got mine on sale. I think I bought mine for like
yeah,
$40. It was like a
yeah,
huge sale. So I complain about it, but at the same time, it's $40. So
yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, Chris says he is a sponsor. Thank you to everybody. I did notice last week after I complained that we didn't have a Ramazan pick,
Hmm.
that there were a few things that came through this week. So we'll have a couple weeks lined up on. Yes, Chris, you are keeping the show going by yourself. That commission off that will
Yeah. And he writes all
has
the
sponsored
jokes.
the
So if
show.
anything
Yeah,
offends you or is not funny, talk to Chris.
talk to Chris. We'll give you his personal information. Well, maybe we'll get iPads next week. Maybe we won't.
I kind
But
of
they're all. You
want
want
one.
them, or just wait? Don't want to be tempted to buy a new one.
Well, I'm, I'm sorry. Sorry to go back to my to my pick of the week. This camera is much heavier than this one. I was just moving them
Which
around.
one is which? They're both
The new
black.
one, the Sony, is much heavier, like
That
probably
must mean it's
50%.
better.
Yeah, heavier. If you've ever watched Jurassic Park, the lawyer asked the kid about the goggles. He says, "Are they heavy?" Yeah. Well, put them down. That means they're expensive. And then he proceeds to get eaten by a dinosaur. So I guess it doesn't matter.
like the Vision Pro
Yeah,
itself.
truth.
Prophetic that movie was,
Yes.
Jurassic Park. Very nice. Well, with that, we will wrap up this episode. Thank you for everybody that joined us live, watches later on YouTube. Please like the video on YouTube if you're watching, subscribe, ring
Comment.
that bells, comment, please. We would love comments on YouTube. It's a great place
Oh,
to interact and let us know what you think about
in the
what we're doing
comments,
here.
tell us in the comments below. Tell it. Shoot. In the comments below, tell us which Oscar movie was your favorite.
Yes.
And we all
Yes, there
already
we
know that Chris
go.
didn't watch any of them. But if you watched any of the movies that were
Any of the
on the
movies.
Oscars, let us know
If you
what your
watched
favorite
a
one.
movie in the last year that you liked,
Yeah,
let us know in the
in the
comments.
comments, please,
Any
please.
movie of any time, we're not going to be
True.
exclusive to the
I
Oscars.
mean, come on,
So,
don't put Jaws on there. Look, it's like
hey,
came out
why
in the
not?
70s or whatever. Fine.
Any
Any
movie in the
movie you have
last
seen
year.
ever, put it in the comments.
Yes, 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 please, producer Todd, smash that like button, but only once. Don't like it and then unlike it on
Yeah.
accident.
And
Smash hard once.
smash hard once, but please note that our lawyers have told us that we are not responsible for any damage that may happen to any products that you smash due to pushing the button.
This is very true. And with that, it's time to get out there and tech better.